What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Fatal RPM, and my name is Derek. Now, today we are going to be attempting to test fit these rear sets on the bike. Now, I say test fit because I'm not entirely sure that they're actually going to work. When I got them, I thought that they were going to be for an F4i. However, on the box, they do say 600 RR. Now, the RR is a little bit newer than the F4i, and one of the main issues that I'm having, or that I think I'm going to have, is with the master brake for the rear, is the way it mounts and the way it actuates. They're very different on the bottom on how they do it. One's like linkages, the other one on my bike is just straight up and down. It has a single bar that does that. But let's get outside and see how this thing looks and how we're going to have to modify anything to get it on there. Alright, so here we are at the bike. I already broke these bolts here with my wrench. This in case they were a little bit too stuck on there. I'm going to pop these things off because this guy here is the thing that I think I'm going to have the most issues with. So we're just going to make sure that I can possibly line that up, maybe ghetto rig it, make it work. Luckily these are little thumb screws once you get them off. Just set those off to the side. So, taking a look at it, you got a cotter pin and a bolt that goes through. I may have a bolt that can just go through this on the back side, and actually it doesn't quite line up. But if I put that between, if I put the cylinder between the little guard here, I can definitely make that work. So that's good. But lining these up, wait a minute. Oh no. Oh no. Son of a. Okay, so slightly bigger problem. These will not mount on here. So if I just push this all the way to the side, up there, no stress on any of the cables or anything, just kind of wedged between the tire and thing. You can see this one lines up perfectly. This one not so much. Like, by not so much, I mean not at all. Like, I can't, yeah, no, that's, okay. So the thing I thought was going to be the biggest issue was going to be a simple issue. And just assuming that the other side's identical to this, I'm going to have the same issue on the other side. So I'm going to try to have to maybe figure something out here. Oh, this sucks. Alright, I got to brainstorm. I'll get back to you with an idea. Alright, so it's about 20 minutes or so later, and I think I may have came up with an idea. But what my idea is mounting the top hole, because that one lined up, will line up fine. Then use one of these brackets here, because it doesn't have to be very long, to connect these two. Now what I've done is I've kind of lined these up here, and then I've taken the other one, kind of sat it right next to it, and it works fine. And I have this bracket here, and then this bracket here. This one has holes in it already, so I don't know how this one's going to work out. This one here, the hole is almost as big enough as the bolt. This is one of the ones that came with it, but it's the same thread and everything. It's almost as big enough. You can see it's standing up in it. I just have to drill it out a little bit more. But what my idea is, oops, I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this through the camera lens. My idea is take a drill bit, which I just so happen to have the same exact size of, and drill this hole right in, drill it out, and use those as brackets. So I'm going to try and drill this. We'll see how this works out. If it works, you will see us back outside. Alright, so we're back out here with the bracket. Now that bit sort of just got hot and stretched the hole more so than drilled it out. So that was obviously not a metal drilling bit. But for what I need it for, this should work. Just going to take these two screws out. Take this guy. Oh, dropped it. Alright, screw that on there loosely. Take bracket number one. Uh-oh, looks like we might Yeah, this is definitely gonna work. All right, so the idea is to screw both of these down and put a bolt on the back of this. So it looks like the only thing I'm gonna have to source is the bolt. This little drill hole method's definitely working. Yeah, this is the right one because it's going all the way through, it's threading. And then that can go on there. Awesome, this is gonna work. This is going to work. I was a little doubtful. What I'll end up doing is just plastic dipping that little metal bracket like black or something. Just so that it kind of blends into the bodywork. So it doesn't look like absolute shit. But let's get this off, get the other one drilled, and pop these guys on here.
A few moments later.
Alrighty, so it actually worked. So here's the two things. Kind of messed up on one. It was not trying to go through, so I had to start on the other one. And it was a little bit too close to the edge. So, got these two here. You see they're plastic dipped in black. Real quick, just so that I can get something on there. But, I think for the brake side, I'm gonna use the bigger one. This one here. Yeah. Brake side, I'm gonna use the bigger one. So, first thing we need to do is disassemble this guy. Don't exactly remember how that works, so bear with me. There's a cotter pin in the back, so we gotta undo that for this part to come out. And then I assume it's just those two bolts and it will come right out. Cool, not on here, tied it on. Cool. Undo this cotter pin. Not working. Oh. Derp. Okay. Didn't even have to do all that. That just slid right off of there after I did that. Okay. So, let's put those off to the side. Pull that guy out. That's the one that broke, as you can see. It just snapped off clean right there. I think I should go screws first. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the smaller screws first. These do not appear to be the same thickness or thread. So, as it turns out, my rear cylinder is broken because it does not compress at all. It does not do it. So it's just not fucking working at all. So I gotta install a foot peg on here so that my foot actually has something to rest on. But for the meantime, I gotta find a way to keep this from swinging around. But yeah, I'm gonna have to run to the auto store to find a nut for, oh wait, that's the wrong one. To find a nut for the back of one of these so that I can make sure that's secure. But this thing is pretty secure just with the one. So we're just gonna move over to the other side. I'm gonna install the foot peg on there beforehand, and then we'll put it on. But the other side is gonna be a little more interesting. I'm gonna try and get this done today. I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. That's only because it feels like it's starting to rain. So we'll see. Break that loose. Same goes for this one. There you go. Alrighty. Alrighty. We got those off. This was showing that it was loose at first, not anymore. So let's loosen that up a little bit more, I guess. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand this. All right, everybody. So got some good news and some bad news. Good news, parts fit. Kind of. Bad news is the other side, the shift linkage, is in no way going to function because everything on that bike compared to the newer 600 RR is the exact opposite. And I'll show you exactly what I mean. Or this here is the master cylinder for the 600 RR. Regular size body, long arm. Now, if I, so so happen to open up here on eBay, this is this one. This is for a 600 RR, which is what this fucking thing is for. Which is why I was yelling at them in the first place, asking to return it, but they wanted me to pay shipping to have it returned back to China. I was not doing that. So I'm ordering this. You see it's 12 bucks, so it's inexpensive. It's the OEM. You can see right there, it has the Nissan thing on there. This bike has Nissan brake calipers, so I mean, yeah. But you can see short tie rod, long one, and then you can tell it's an actual tie rod at the bottom is where this one is this wonky ass thing, whatever the hell this is. And this, like I was showing you outside, is seized up. It does not go in at all. And I completely drained everything. It's not budging. So that's kaputski. And as for the shift linkage, I was on here just messing around with it because I was like, FML, of course it is like this. This is literally the exact opposite. You have a threaded tie rod with the holes on the inner tie rods, which is why I was able to screw these two inner tie rods together. This is the locking nut. As we're on the 600, the holes are on this, on the tie rod, and then the inner tie rods are threaded. Of course, right? So, what I'm also ordering, in addition to that, is going to be one of these guys. That's not the one I'm getting. Let me go back to my card here. What I'm getting is this guy here. The good thing is that most of these go together. So as long as this looks like it's threaded on the inside, which, yeah, you can see it's threaded, so that's fine. Honda and Kawasaki pretty much take the same parts. But I need one of these because this is basically riveted in here. I can't get this out. This is not removable. I've been sitting here fighting with it for like the past half hour trying to get it off. It doesn't come off. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to replace it. So my thought process is with this guy, just replace this arm here. Then I'll be able to connect these tie rods directly to that using the screw and be able to mount these. And then the upside about ordering that other brake cylinder is it'll be able to mount straight to the thing, so I don't have to, straight to the rear set, so I don't have to do that wonky ass ghetto rig thing that I was going to do. The only thing that's going to be sticking are those little brackets, so actually I didn't make those for no reason. Those will be staying because I'm not changing the frame just to get those to fit. Alright, so I'm going to put it into it today. It kind of sucks that we couldn't get anything installed, but it's all a learning process, you know. I've been trying pretty hard to improve the quality of the videos, so everything that I want to do should be somewhat informative or at the very least entertaining. So hopefully this helps some of you guys out. If you've been kind of screwed over, you now know what to do to make things work. I've gotten feedback from a lot of you on what I've been doing lately, and it's been positive and constructive, which I deeply appreciate. I want that to continue coming in so I can continue to improve the content and just make this an overall amazing channel where car enthusiasts, motorcycle enthusiasts, basically anything that has a motor in it can come to learn. If not learn, then have a few laughs or just be able to sit back and chill and watch. Thanks again, everybody. Don't forget when you hit that subscribe button, because I know you are, hit the little bell icon right next to it just so you get a notification whenever I drop a new video. Don't forget to also follow us on Facebook and Instagram if that's your type of thing. I still have yet to set up the Facebook completely, but it's whatever. I post from time to time on the Instagram. So, I mean, more to come. I don't know what to say about that. But anyway, peace out, guys. I'll see you in the next one.
the shade.